Hi, the Wall Street Insider channel presents you an audio version of the legendary book, Studies in Tape Reading by ROLLO Tape. Subscribe to the channel. There are a lot of interesting things about the world of trading for both beginners and experienced traders. Do not forget to put a bell, so as not to miss the release of new videos. The tape reader, on the other hand, from his perch at the ticker, enjoys a bird's-eye view of the whole field. When serious weakness develops in any quarter, he is quick to note, weigh and act. Another advantage in favor of the tape reader: the tape tells the news minutes, hours and days before the news tickers, or newspapers, and before it can become current gossip. Everything from a foreign war to the passing of a dividend, from a Supreme Court decision to the ravages of the boll weevil is reflected primarily upon the tape. Tape reading: the insider who knows a dividend is to be jumped from 6% to 10%, shows his hand on the tape when he starts to accumulate the stock, and the investor with 100 shares to sell makes his fractional impress upon its market price. The market is like a slowly revolving wheel. Whether the wheel will continue to revolve in the same direction, stand still or reverse depends entirely upon the forces which come in contact with its hub and tread. Even when the contact is broken, and nothing remains to affect its course, the wheel retains a certain impulse from the most recent dominating force, and revolves until it comes to a standstill or is subjected to other influences. The element of manipulation need not discourage anyone. Manipulators are giant traders, wearing 7-leagued boots. The trained ear can detect the steady, clump, clump, as they progress, and the footprints are recognized in the fluctuations and the quantities of stock appearing on the tape. Little fellows are at liberty to tiptoe wherever the footprints lead, but they must be careful that the giants do not turn quickly. The tape reader has many advantages over the long swing operator. He never ventures far from shore. That is, he plays with a close stop, never laying himself open to a large loss. Accidents or catastrophes cannot seriously injure him because he can reverse his position in an instant, and follow the newly formed stream from source to mouth. As his position on either the long or short side is confirmed and emphasized, he increases his line, thus following up the advantage gained. A Simon Pure tape reader does not care to carry stocks overnight. The tape is then silent, and he only knows what to do when it tells him. Something may occur at midnight which may crumple up his diagram of the next day's market. He leaves nothing to chance, hence he prefers a clean sheet when the 3 o'clock gong strikes. By this method interest charges are avoided, reducing the percentage against him to a considerable extent. The tape reader is like a vendor of fruit who, each morning, provides himself with a stock of the choicest and most seasonable products, and for which there is the greatest demand. He pays his cash and disposes of the goods as quickly as possible, at a profit varying from 60 to 100% on cost. To carry his stock overnight causes a loss on account of spoilage. This corresponds with the interest charge to the trader. The fruit vendor is successful because he knows what and when to buy, also where and how to sell. But there are stormy days when he cannot go out, when buyers do not appear, when he is arrested, fined, or locked up by a blue-coated despot, or his wares are scattered abroad by a careless truckman. Wall Street will readily apply these situations to the various attitudes in which the tape reader finds himself. He ventures $100 to make $200, and as the market goes in his favor his risk is reduced, but there are times when he finds himself at sea, with his stock deteriorating. Or the market is so unsettled that he does not know how to act. He is caught on stop or held motionless in a dead market. He takes a series of losses, or is obliged to be away from the tape when opportunities occur. His calculations are completely upset by some unforeseen event, or his capital is impaired by overtrading or poor judgment. The vendor does not hope to buy a barrel of apples for $3 and sell them the same day for $300. He expects to make from nothing to $3 a day. He depends upon a small but certain profit, which will average enough over a week or a month to pay him for his time and labor. This is the objective point of the tape reader, to make an average profit. In a month's operations he may make $4,000 and lose $3,000, a net profit of $1,000 to show for his work. If he can keep this average up, trading in 100-share lots, throughout a year, he has only to increase his unit to 200, 300, and 600 shares or more, and the results will be tremendous. The amount of capital or the size of the order is of secondary importance to this question. Can you trade in and out of all kinds of markets and show an average profit over losses, commissions? If so, you are proficient in the art. If you can trade with only a small average loss per day, or come out even, you are rapidly getting there. A tape reader abhors information and follows a definite and thoroughly tested plan, which, after months and years of practice, becomes second nature to him. His mind forms habits which operate automatically in guiding his market ventures. Long practice will make the tape reader just as proficient in forecasting stock market events, but his intuition will be reinforced by logic, reason, and analysis. Here we find the characteristics which distinguish the tape reader from the scalper. The latter is essentially one who tries to grab a point or two profit, without rhyme or reason, he don't care how, so long as he gets it. A scalper will trade on a tip, a look, a guess, a hearsay, on what he thinks or what a friend of Morgan says. The tape reader evolves himself into an automaton which takes note of a situation, weighs it, decides upon a course and gives an order. There is no quickening of the pulse, no nerves, no hopes or fears. The result produces neither elation nor depression. There is equanimity before, during and after the trade. The scalper is a bobtailed car with rattling windows, a jouncing motion and a strong tendency to jump the track. The tape reader is like a Pullman coach, which travels smoothly and steadily along the roadbed of the tape, acquiring direction and speed from the market engine, and being influenced by nothing else whatever. Having thus described our ideal tape reader in a general way, let us inquire into some of the requisite qualifications. First, he must be absolutely self-reliant. A dependent person, whose judgment hangs upon that of others, will find himself swayed by 1,000 outside influences. At critical points his judgment will be useless. He must be able to say, "The facts are these, the resulting indications are these, therefore I will do thus and so."